When I was 26 years old, it happened to me that psychological time stopped. Once in the mountains, on the full moon night, psychological time has stopped. And since then, for me, it's always now. And I was shocked having this experience. And then I got a huge interest for physics, especially for relativity theory of Albert Einstein. So since then I study physics. It's 40 years. And I developed a totally new vision in physics, which is the physics of now. And today I will have a video on the first chapter, on the first understanding which is needed to comprehend the physics of now, which is a paradigm shift from space-time to time-invariant space. This is the first thing we have to understand to go deeper into the physics of now. So what Einstein did, somehow he integrated time into space. In Einstein physics, time is a fourth dimension of space. So time is not running anymore independently as in Newton physics, because in Newton physics time runs independently in the entire universe. In Einstein physics, time has become part of the space, and the speed, the rate of time is relative. Depends on the velocity of your motion and depends on the gravity. But the fact is that time is not running at all. The fact is that universal space is time invariant. So in the physics of now, we fully integrate time into space. The time disappears into space. There is no physical time anymore in the physics of now. There is only space. And this space is time invariant, yes, timeless. So now we have to answer the question, what we measure with clocks. Clocks are invented by humans. And also time in physics is invented by humans. So with clocks, we measure duration of events which happen in a time invariant space. That we experience as now. In the universal space, there is only now and always now. And this now is eternity itself. This is a huge jump. This is the huge paradigm shift jump. So we don't see anymore universe as something that is developing, that exists in some linear time. Universe exists in now. Because now is the only moment which exists, nothing else. And everything happens in this moment of now. Nows are not following each other, as suggested by some physicists. The events are following each other in the same now, which is eternity itself. I wrote several articles on these subjects. And on the homepage of our institute, most of these articles is there. You can see the section Time and Consciousness, because understanding of time is deeply related to consciousness. There is one article which really is good, written more for the experts, and this article will be written especially here below this video. So you read this article, read it 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, read it 10 times, until you really don't get it deeply. Because why we experience humans, why we experience everything in time? We experience everything in time because linear time is running in our brain. Linear psychological time is the result of the neuronal activity of the brain. So we experience everything in time, and we think that this time is outside. But it is not, it is only inside. I had a long correspondence with Buhusi, a neuroscientist, who published an article in Nature years ago that what makes us tick, or something like this. He published in Nature that the experience of time runs in the brain is based on the neuronal activity of the brain. But I could not explain him that we are not perceiving time somewhere outside, that this physical time is not running outside. The only time that runs is in the brain. So we experience everything through this fundamental mental structure, which is linear time. And then we see in physics we still believe that things are happening in time. No, they're not. They are not. In the physics of now, the human being we use as apparatus. This is the most important apparatus in science, human being. So, if the human being cannot perceive time, nobody has ever perceived time. What we perceive in the physical reality is motion. And this means that if we cannot perceive physical time, this means the physical time does not exist. So the experience, or let's say the perception, is more important than the mental structure. We have in physics models that time is a fourth dimension of space, but this was never proved. We never perceive time as a fourth dimension of space, and we have to drop this idea. The physics runs with this new insight that I'm talking about perfectly, beautifully, more elegant, better, without any contradiction. There is no more the problem of twin paradox. There is no more problem in time travel into past or future, because all this is bullshit. The twin on the moon and his brother is on the earth. The twin on the moon is aging with a different rate than the twin on the earth. The twin on the earth is aging. Let's say that I have a twin, okay? And my twin brother is on the moon. Time, the biological change on the earth is slower than on the moon. So I'm aging with a slower rate than my brother on the moon. But we are both aging in the same time-invariant space. So there is no twin paradox. And if my brother would go in the spaceship, which would go very fast, also in the fast spaceship, the rate of the biological change is slower, because the fast spaceship is interacting with a superfluid quantum space. This generates the relativistic mass of the spaceship. The spaceship, I talk now in the simple words, it's heavier than if it would be at rest. And so the aging process, the biological process in the spaceship are a bit slower. Everything in the physics of now is solved. All the fundamental contradictions that are unsolved and we still have today in physics, in the physics of now, we do not have a single unsolved problem. Because the physics of now is the physics of the awakened observer. It's not the physics made with the human mind. Human mind, scientific mind, is only a tool. It is the consciousness that has developed the physics of now. So, this is the first lecture on the physics of now. And soon the second lecture will follow.